Okay. Welcome, Dustin. I know you've been attending group, you've gone through orientation, and this is kind of our first chance to meet. How have things been going?
Fine, I guess.
Just fine?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not real happy about being here,
Okay.
but I guess it's what I have to do, right?
Right. So what is it that you think that brought you here?
Well, I mean, I'm here because I got in trouble. I mean, I'd been out drinking, I got a DUI, and it was recommended that I go to treatment. I don't really see that there's a problem with my drinking. I think it's a little unnecessary.
Okay.
Had a bad day and made a bad decision, and now I'm here.
So you think the treatment's unnecessary?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
And so what keeps you coming?
Well, I'm court ordered to be here now. So if I don't do what I'm supposed to do here, then I'm going to jail. And so I'm here just so that I don't go to jail.
Okay. So just kind of to appease the courts a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else that might be working in there?
You mean like as far as why I'm here?
Yeah.
My wife is pissed.
Okay.
I mean, this is going to cost a lot of money on top of all the court stuff and everything else that we've already worked out. I mean, treatment here is ridiculous. I mean, this is going to cost us a lot of money. Again, it's like I said, I don't feel like it's necessary, but it's what I got to do, I guess.
So your wife is more upset about the financial situation?
No, I mean she keeps telling me every time she gets the chance, how big of a fuck up I am, and if I would have just stayed calm that night and not gotten out of hand, that we wouldn't be in this mess. It is what it is.
Okay. Did you think it was a problem at all before your drinking?
I mean, I haven't ever been in trouble.
Okay.
I've never had any consequences from this. I go to work, I do what I'm supposed to. I there for my kids. Until I got in trouble, like me and my wife didn't ever have problems either.
Okay. So your drinking hasn't caused problems in any other parts of your life?
I don't think so.
Okay. Have you missed work or anything at all due to a hangover? Or?
No.
No? That's good. Okay. Has there been any other situations where alcohol might have impacted?
What do you mean?
Have you maybe gotten into an altercation with your wife that might not have been a fight before?
No, I don't think so. I mean, she just nitpicks at everything I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it would matter whether I was drinking or not. I mean, she just, no matter what I do, it's not good enough for her.
Mm-hmm. What's the longest you've gone without drinking?
I don't know, maybe a couple days, maybe.
Okay.
The most. In the last, 10, 15 years.
So a couple days over the last 10, 15 years, possibly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would be the drawback to maybe going a little longer?
I just don't want to do it. I like to drink.
Okay. What is it about the alcohol that you like?
I like the way it makes me feel.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way it tastes. I mean, and part of me, like, I'll work my butt off. That's how I reward myself.
How you relax?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, kids run around all over the place. The house is crazy. Work is crazy. Like this is how I blow off steam at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you tried anything else besides alcohol?
Other drugs?
Well, like recreational, like, do you go to sporting events or?
Yeah, I mean, I love baseball.
Mhm.
You know, I hit as many dollar beer nights as I can.
Yeah.
You know, drink a lot there. I like hockey, football. I mean, tailgate parties are a good time. You know,
Yeah.
hockey games have dollar beer night too.
Yeah. Have you been to any games that didn't involve alcohol?
No,
No.
no. I mean, even if it wasn't dollar beer night, I'm still gonna drink. I mean, that's why we go. Relax and have fun and blow off steam.
Okay. So it's your way of relaxing.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you find that that you use alcohol in other situations besides just blowing off steam?
Like for what?
When you're upset, when you're sad, things haven't gone right.
I mean, I don't know. Probably. I mean, I definitely probably drink more if I'm upset.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you would drink more alcohol if you're upset, but not during other times of sadness or anything.
No, I mean, there was a time a few years ago that, me and some of my friends, we had a friend of ours that had passed away, and we all got together and we drank a lot, sitting around telling stories and everything. But I don't know if I would say that was because of the sadness. I mean, it was just a bunch of us hanging out together, sharing stories. That was our thing. That was what we did.
Yeah. Way of bonding.
Yeah.
Remember.
Yeah.
Okay. So I kind of want to go back a little bit. What did your first use start looking like, or when did you first start using regularly?
Regularly?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I started drinking and smoking pot and using whatever I could get my hands on probably in high school, kind of just, experimenting and screwing around with different things here and there. But I'd say probably by like my junior year in high school, like it was pretty consistently every weekend at least. I smoked pot, a lot of pot during that time too. I mean, that was almost daily at that time. But drinking on the weekends, and then it just escalated from there. I mean, as things progressed, so I was in the military, and that was like I dropped. Okay, I'll go back. I guess I dropped out of school.
Okay.
I mean, I guess if I'm being honest with it, I dropped out of school because I was using a lot, and I thought that I was in a place where I could support myself. I moved out of my mom's house. I got a job. Kind of the drug use kind of escalated, and I figured, I needed something different. I joined the military. They helped me get my GED. I left for training, and was in for a while and got hurt. And like that was my plan. Like my plan was to go in the military, and that all fucking fell apart. So I didn't know what to do. And when they sent me home to rehab, like everything continued to fall apart and escalate. I started using more. I started drinking more. I was eventually discharged. My goal and my plan was just everything was just gone. And I continued in that. Like I jumped from one job to the next. I continued to drink. I had my son was born, not too long after that. And like, that's when I stopped all the drugs. Because I figured that it was safer to drink, right? It's legal. I drank, quickly became a daily drinker. Tried different things. I kept it under control, and or what I thought was under control, I guess. You know, there was times when it was heavier than others, but I'd get it ring back in, and I never really lost a job because of it. I always got up and went to work, you know, and made sure that my kids had everything that they needed. My wife never really said anything about it. It just continued like that, you know. I guess it pisses me off that, you know, one bad night and now I'm here.
Yeah. So it kind of sounded like it started off, you know, and then you know had some drinking, but it wasn't that heavy, but it quickly escalated a little bit. And it sounded like you had said that when you initially came in, we started speaking. You said that you didn't know why you were here. You didn't think there was a problem, but you mentioned while telling me that you realized that there might be a little bit of a problem, or you had it under control. So, kind of looking at that a little bit, do you still feel like it's something you have under control, or?
I don't think that like being here in treatment is necessary. I mean, I think I can drink like everybody else can.
Okay.
I don't feel like I'm near as bad as everybody else that I'm sitting in groups with every day.
Sure. Yeah, we're all at different levels.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like you need to, or you're at the same level as everybody though, and maybe don't need treatment. So what would your control look like without treatment, or what's normal drinking for you?
Normal drinking is what I was doing when I got in trouble.
Okay. But do you see how the normal drinking led to getting in trouble?
Because I made one bad decision and got in a car. I mean, I don't feel like I should be crucified and sentenced to this because I made one bad decision and got in a car. I think that this is a bit excessive.
Yeah. Okay. So the normal drinking was how you were drinking before.
Yeah.
And even though it led to a consequence, it was a bad choice in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's possible to make more bad choices the further along we go?
Well, I mean, isn't it possible for anybody to make a bad choice at any given time?
Sure. Of course it is. But do you think if without the alcohol that choice would still be made?
It's hard to say.
Okay. That it is. We don't know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So you're here though.
Mm-hmm.
We need to make the best of our time.
Mm-hmm.
What could we do what would you be willing to do to kind of help in this process?
I mean, I guess I'm going to have to do whatever I got to do to get out of here.
Okay.
You don't seem like the kind of person that's going to be willing to just sign off on my papers so that I can be out of here sooner.
Yeah, I can't do that. So what is it you think we could do?
I don't know, whatever you guys recommend. I mean, I'm kind of at your mercy now. I don't have any real say in this, evidently. I don't want to be here. And I just want to get through this as quickly as possible so I can get back with my life.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what is the plan? You're going to groups, you're coming to see me.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any outside supports that are helping you in this process?
That are helping me?
Yeah, that are there to support you.
I don't know about support. I mean, my wife hasn't kicked me out yet.
That's good.
Is that she's not happy about the money that's being spent.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I would really consider that support.
Okay.
You know, I go to these stupid 12-step meetings, get my little card signed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much support that is. You know, I feel like it's more public shaming than anything else. I got to throw my card in a little basket and sit there with everybody else, listen to them bitch and complain about their lives and how shitty everything is.
Sure.
You know, probably half of them probably leave those meetings and go straight to a bar. You know, they're not getting stuck doing this crap.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned your wife hadn't kicked you out, but not really being that supportive.
Mm-hmm.
So what did it look like, the relationship, before you got into trouble?
I come home from work and just sit and watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
Have a couple of drinks and call it a night.
Okay, there wasn't a lot of engagement with your wife.
I mean, isn't that what everybody does when they go home at night?
I don't know, is it?
That's how it was in my house.
Did your wife ever complain about your drinking?
No, not to me. Not that I noticed anyway, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe she did, I don't know. Why did she tell you something?
I haven't met with her. I'm just asking.
Alright.
So is she supportive of you going to meetings and coming here outside of the finances?
She bitches every time she has to drive me.
Okay.
Because I can't drive right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so she's pissed about that.
Puts a little strain on the.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not real happy about having to drive me around everywhere. But it is what it is, right?
Yeah. So you seem kind of agitated, and I know you mentioned you don't really want to be here. Can you kind of give me a better idea of what that looks like?
That I don't want to be here?
Well, yeah, like what are you feeling? How?
I feel like I'm being judged. My entire life is being judged off of one bad decision that I made on one night. And I feel like, honestly, like, you really don't give a crap. You're here getting a check whether I'm here or not.
Okay. So do you feel I'm judging you, or do you just feel judged in general?
I feel like you're judging me too. I feel like you're lumping me into the same category that every one of those jerks in that group is in.
Okay.
That we're all the same.
Okay. I think everybody's different. I don't think you're the same as everybody else.
Okay.
I'm not here to judge you. I'm just kind of here to help figure out what's going on, how I can best serve you.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, you could sign my paper and I could just be on my way.
Well, I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Why?
Because we haven't worked on anything. We've talked, I'm starting to get to know you, we're working on some things, but I wouldn't feel comfortable just signing off on a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do the best job I can for you.
Well, the best job you could do for me is sign that paper.
Okay. Well, I can sign the paper after we work on some things and you're showing progress.
When you say work on things, what are you wanting to work on? Are you going to try to tell me that I'm in love with my mom and I secretly want to kill my dad?
No. We can work on whatever comes up. Talk about what's happened in group, things that maybe you learned that you didn't know before. Talk about any kind of outside forces that might be driving some of the drinking a little bit.
Like what type of stuff do you think could be driving my drinking?
It sounds like you work really hard and that can be stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Family life a little bit. You mentioned some loss. Sometimes it takes us a while to process that and get through the grief. Any kind of relationships, financial strain, those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
When I mentioned mentioned some of those things. Is there anything that comes to mind?
No, nothing I can think of right now.
No?
I mean, you've seen my assessment, right? You should know what's wrong with me by now, right? You probably got a pretty good idea of where all my problems come from. That's your job, right?
Kind of, yeah, in a way. But this communication between us is also part of it, and getting a better idea.
Well, if you've got it all figured out, then just let me know what I need to do to get out of here, and we'll go from there.
Well, I don't think it's just up to me. It's a thing that we work on together. I need you to be invested in it.
Oh, I'm invested, financially invested in this.
Well, I need you like mentally and physically, emotionally invested.
So what if my intention is to just do what I have to do to get out of here and go right back to where I was?
That's what you can do. It's going to be a longer process.
What do you mean longer?
It typically takes a little longer to get through our groups. A lot of times what I've seen is people aren't doing their assignments or don't engage in group, and it just kind of keeps them at the same level for a little while.
You can give me all the assignments. I'll have them done end of the week.
Okay.
If that's all it is, shit, I'll sit down and do assignments, get them done. I'll be out of here end of the week.
But I think it's a little more than that. It's actually doing them correctly. You can do the assignment, but if we feel that it's not done at the level that it should be, then
See, I knew it. If you judge that it's not good enough, see, now you just showed me.
Well,
I am just like everybody else that's sitting in that group.
No, everybody's different.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand where you're coming from.
So it isn't up to me.
We feel if it's honest work, then it's good work.
If you feel it's honest.
If we do, yes.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to tell me what my truth is.
I'm not going to tell you what your truth is, but there's certain ways to do an assignment, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you can do it and just get it done. Doesn't mean it's 100% effort, and there's giving it your all and doing it to the best of your ability, and that's what we're looking for.
Mm-hmm. So then how long do you think I'm going to be here then?
I really don't have an idea.
So it's just an open-ended death sentence.
It can be viewed like that, or you can view it as an opportunity to
I just
grow.
want to get back to my life.
Okay,
That's all. That's all.
that's understandable.
I want to get to a point where I'm not having to fork out money
Mm-hmm.
to be here, to have somebody tell me what's wrong with my life. I know what's wrong with my life. I'm living it, not you.
So what's wrong with your life?
I got in trouble. I
Okay,
made a bad decision. That's it.
that's all of your problems?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a little too much to drink, got in a car, and got caught. Did.
So that's the only bad choice ever made? Okay. So you want to get back to living a normal life,
Mm-hmm.
get rid of this financial strain.
Mm-hmm.
So how can we engage and get you there?
Told you I'll do whatever assignments you said I need to do.
Okay.
You give me the assignments, I'll freaking do them.
Okay. So I can start giving you assignments. We do like to spread them out a little bit. to share in group, take the assignments, open it up to your peers, share, get some feedback, maybe see from different perspectives how others view it.
Feedback from those crazy assholes in that group.
Yeah.
That seems like a good idea. One crazy asshole telling another crazy asshole how to live his life.
So you're identifying as a crazy asshole?
Evidently, that's why I'm here, right? Somebody must have seen something.
Well, it's a recommendation. You said it was a recommendation from court.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the consequence of not completing that?
Going to jail, which may be easier.
Okay.
I can go do my time, stand on my head, and be done with it.
What would be the consequence of going to jail?
I'd probably lose my job. There's no other jobs out there.
Yeah. Is that just a job? What about your family?
I don't know. I mean, I don't have any control over what my wife does. It is what it is.
Yeah. What about your kids?
My kids are young enough, they don't know what's going on. It doesn't affect them.
So you being gone for a while wouldn't affect them? Why do you think that?
I've been gone for periods of time before, different things here and there. I mean, they do the same stuff whether I'm there or not. You know, even if I'm out running around with my buddies or something like that, you know, my wife's there to take care of them. They're alright.
Yeah. But has it ever been for however long your jail sentence is?
I don't know. I mean, probably worst case scenario, I'd be looking at, you know, maybe 30 days. First offense.
Yeah. Okay. But you chose to come to rehab instead.
It chose me.
It chose you? How's that?
I mean, that's what they said. You know,
What
go
the
to
court
treatment
said?
or go to jail. You know, I took treatment thinking it'd be easier. Figured I'd get somebody to sign off on it and I'd be on my way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's looking like that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that's not the case. Okay. So I'll ask again, like, outside of just signing off on a piece of paper and rushing through the assignments, what can we do to help with this transition, help smooth this?
I don't know. I mean, you're supposed to be the expert, right? I guess you tell me what I need to do to get out of here and I'll do it.
What are you willing to do?
Whatever it freaking takes, I guess.
Okay.
I just want to get through this as quick as possible.
Yeah. So I'll set you up on an assignment, and we can schedule another appointment so we can talk, see how groups going.
Okay.
I want you to go to all the groups,
Alright.
go to 3 meetings
Okay.
a week, take that card. I know you said you feel judged when you put it in there, but
Okay.
put it in there and get it.
Is
signed.
the 30 hours a week of group really necessary? I know there's a lot of other people that aren't going that much. You just bump me down right now.
We like to keep it at that level for a little bit. It's usually, what is it? I believe it's 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
So about 6 weeks, and then you'll transition to a lower level, and you'll be able to come less.
So what happens if I don't make it to all those groups? It's gonna be awful hard for me to be working, being here for 30 hours a week.
I understand that. We can definitely talk about that. Talk about the groups that you'll miss if you miss groups. We'll